We're kicking off today with a comfort food recipe, creamy chicken and veg pie. I like to start off with prepping all my vegetables. So you want to slice up your onions, dice up your garlic. I'm using a red pepper and green pepper in this one, so chop it up into small chunks. Bob that onto your plate as well. I also added mushrooms, which I sliced up. You can add any veg of your choice, guys. In a large pot, you want to add in some butter and some oil. The oil prevents the butter from burning. On a high heat, you want to just melt that down and then add in your onions and garlic and saute them until they begin to soften. Once they soften, then you go ahead and add in your chicken. I'm using chicken thigh, but you can use chicken breast if you want to. Salt, pepper goes in. Stir fry until all the chicken changes color. Then you can go ahead and add in all your peppers and then stir them as well. Whilst that's going on, you can go ahead and start to prep your stock. So you can use either a chicken or veg stock cube, 300 ml of boiling water. Leave that to the side and then go ahead and add in your mushrooms or other veg. And then you want to cook this until all the water dries out. So just stir it continuously and just let it cook. Once it's almost dried out, add in paprika and mixed dried herbs. And then continuously stir this until the water is completely dried out. Then you want to add in a couple of tablespoons of plain flour, stir fry for a couple of minutes to cook that flour out. Then you want to go ahead and add in your stock. Now you might be wondering why you're removing liquid and then adding liquid. You just don't want that raw chicken smell to be. That's why you need to get rid of the chicken liquid first. Stock goes in, cream goes in. Then you want to boil this for a good few minutes until it goes nice and thick. So while that's happening, you can go ahead and chop up a couple of spring onions into small pieces. And then once your filling is as thick as you want it to be, it should be nice and creamy. It thickens a little bit more when it cools down, so keep that in mind. Add in your spring onions and just stir them through. And that is basically your filling ready. Your pie filling is ready. Grab yourself a rectangle serving dish or whatever you want to put your pie in. And then I like to put the filling in and just allow it to cool in the dish because it cools a bit faster. Look how creamy and delicious that looks. Oh my god. For the pastry, you want to make some egg wash. So crack an egg into a bowl and whisk it up. And then take the pastry out of the fridge about 10 minutes before you intend to unroll it, just to let it thaw a little bit. Then you want to unroll it and cut it to the size of your dish. And I like to egg wash the edges of the dish just to make sure that the pastry sticks on. Peel off the pastry from the baking paper and then put it on top of a dish. Press the sides firmly. And this is optional, this part. I basically cut strips of the pastry and then just kind of twisted them together like this to kind of braid them or make them into like a nice shape and design. And I use this to basically create a border all the way around the pie. So just make the braid and then just stick it onto the pastry. Cut off all the excess pastry around the edges as well. Don't forget about that. Finish off the border here. And then you want to create steam holes to allow the steam to escape while it's baking. Egg wash very, very generously the top. And that is now ready to go in the oven. Oven is preheated to 180 fan. I'll put all the description and the ingredients below. Cook for about 20 minutes. And there you have it, a gorgeous, delicious, creamy pie with a crispy topping, as you might be able to hear here. I apologise for not being able to continue with that crunchy sound. It says there was loads of noise in the background at iftari time. There you have it, a gorgeous chicken pie. Enjoy!